Good day, my dear students. So this time we will be talking about Module in Statistics Week 2, Day 2. And its objective is to illustrate the mean and variance of a discrete random variable. So we all know when we talk about mean, it's the measure of central tendency. If we are going to recall, diba? So for example here, the number of students and the score, how to find the mean. So that is just simply getting the average or just dividing it by the number of students. So for the mean, we have what we call as population mean and also sample mean. But for now, we will be talking about population mean. So population mean is denoted by the symbol mu. Okay, and we could get that by adding all the numbers and then dividing by all the elements, summation x all over n. Now, when we talk about measures of variability or measures of dispersibility, there is what we call as variance and standard deviation. Now, what I have here is the variance. Okay, since I have mentioned here mean and variance. So, the variance, we usually get that because when we talk about standard deviation, that is the distance of the number from the mean. So, we have summation of x minus mu raised to the second power all over n. That is usually our formula. But this time, in our objective, that is the mean and variance of a discrete random variable. So for example here, discrete random variable y has the following probability distribution. So let's find the probability of 4. So the probability of 4, it is pretty obvious, which is here. We just need to choose. That is 0.12. Probability of 4 is equal to 0.12. There's no need for solution. We just need to choose. The next question. Find the probability of x is greater than 3. So it's like asking probability of 4 plus probability of 5. And there you are. So we have 0.12 plus 0.10 and that is 0.22 or pwedeng 22%. Okay? So that's how we get, diba? Yung ating lesson kahapon, that's how we get the probabilities. But what about if we are talking about the average, the mean, and also the variance. So with that, we will be coming up with different examples here. So consider rolling a die. The sample space in rolling a die, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, the question is, what is the average number of dots that will appear? Of course, dahil isa lang naman sila out of 6, there's only one number 1 out of 6, so that would be 1 over 6. For 2, that's also 1 over 6. So, yan, nakikita natin. So, we are going to come up with random variables. So, for us to find out our mean, we have the formula in a random variable. Kung dun sa ungroup data, we have summation x all over n. In a random variable, we have summation of x times p of x. So, we just need to find out first, ano ba ang product ng x at saka ng probability of x? Like what we have here in the example. So, here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 number of spots. We've got the probability 1 over 6 for all. And then, we just need to multiply on the next column. So, we have 1 times 1 over 6, 1 over 6. 2 times 1 over 6, 2 over 6. 3 times 1 over 6, 3 over 6. 4 times 1 over 6, that is 4 over 6. And then, 5 over 6, then 6 over 6. Now, the next step after having this column is to come up with the sum. Kasi nga, summation. So, that's our formula. Summation x times p of x. In this, kinulang tayo ng bracket. So, mu is equal to summation of x times p of x. Take note ha, it's capital X. Mukha lang siya maliit. Okay, so here, we've got 3.5. So, pag tinanong ka, ano ang mean ng random variable x? Here, the answer is 3.5. Okay? Now, next, let's talk about the variance. So, kung kanina, yung sabi ko, diba, when we talk about variance, that is summation of x minus mu raised to the second power all over n. Here, in a random variable, the variance of a random variable, we are getting a different formula. So, with this, we are going to get, we have our variance is equal to summation x squared times p of x, and then minus our mean, mu squared. So, we have to take it step by step using this formula. So, kung for example, you are given a while ago yung ating table, diba? Sa table natin kanina, we already have the number of spots. We have x, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. And then for the probability of x, we have 1 over 6. 1 over 6. I think I need to come up with spaces. So we've got 1 over 6, 1 over 6, 1 over 6, and then 1 over 6. That is usually the given. That is our probability distribution, diba? Pero para makuha ang mean, kanina ginawa natin, we've got to multiply kung ano man yung nandyan sa sa dalawang column na yan. So, we've got 1 over 6, 2 over 6, pwede rin siyang 1/3, but we prefer na hindi na muna gawing simplest form kasi mamaya i-add natin, dapat parehas ng denominator. We've got 3 over 6, 4 over 6, 5 over 6, and then lastly, 6 over 6. And with this, pag kinuha natin yung summation, if we get the summation p of x, diba? Summation x p of x rather. Summation of x times p of x, we will be getting 3.5. Okay? Kasi pag ini-add natin to lahat, that would be 3, 6, 10, 11, 17. So, 17 over 6, which is, 17, 21 pala. 21 over 6, which is 3.5. Now, let's continue. Kasi ang sabi natin, dapat ay x squared ang i-add natin. X squared times p of x para makuha yung variance. So, instead, we're going to add here x squared times p of x. So, paano natin makukuha yun? Kunin pa ba natin yung x squared? Hindi na. Kasi pag multiply natin to, x times x, magiging x squared na sila. So, x squared. So, pwede nga pag-multiply na lang natin ay itong dalawang column na to. So, 1 times 1 over 6, 1 over 6 pa rin. 2 times 4 over 6, 2 over 6, 4 over 6. 3 times 3 over 6, 9/6. And then 4 times 4, that would be 16 over 6. 5 times 5, we have 25 over 6. And then 6 times 6, 36 over 6. So, if we get the summation of this, so summation, I'll be using a different color. Okay, so for that one, we have summation of x squared times p of x. If we are going to add all of it, that would result, of course, we have the same denominator. Copy lang natin. So, if we add in 1 plus 4 plus 9 plus 16 plus 25 plus 36, that would result to 91. Which is also, okay, so which is also equal to 15.7, right? So, kung 15.7 yan, isang part lang yan ng ating formula. Ito pa lang yan. Okay? So, let's just now substitute. For our variance, we have, for summation x squared p of x, we say that that is 15.7 minus, a while ago, we've got 3.5, right? So, we just need to copy 3.5 and then raise to the second power. We could use calculator here, or you may not. So if I'm going to use my calculator, okay, clear. So ano nga yun? Meron tayo. We have 15.7 minus the quantity of 3.5 raised to the second power. And then, the answer is, okay, 3.45. Okay, that's our answer. We've got 3.45. So, tanggalin natin yan. So, we've got 3.45. That is our variance. So, yan yung ating tinatawag na measures of variability. Okay? So, yan. But here in our module, it's not 15.7 pala, it's 15.17 rather. So, 91 divided by 6. Balik nga tayo. Kung tingnan natin to. So, we have here, a while ago, our answer is 91 over 6. 91 divided by 6 is equal to 15.17 pala. So, 15.17, if this is 15.17, we are going to correct it. So, 15.17 minus the quantity of 3.5 raised to the second power, we will be getting 2.92, not 3.45. So, let's write here 2.92. So, using the formula, take note ha, when we are getting the variance of our mean and variance of a probability distribution, the first thing that you need to do is just multiply the x and the p of x and then just get the sum. And you will be getting the mean. And for the variance, you just need to use this formula, summation x squared p of x minus the mu raised to the second power. So that would be all for this. We have lots of practice exercises for illustrating the mean and variance of discrete random variable, and then we'll try to discover. Thank you.